be frank, there were times I couldn't understand what he was saying. You have to ask yourself, like, who's actually making decisions on a daily basis in the White House? Because I don't think the person we saw tonight could be involved in the details of governing at this point. The country was better off when Trump was president.
The dominance of Donald Trump was undeniable.
To be frank, there were times I couldn't understand what he was saying. Thank God we had that closed caption. I don't know how those guys did it. But there were times I couldn't understand what he was saying. To be fair, maybe he was saying something brilliant and very astute, but I couldn't understand it. So I think that was a problem. But look, I think voters saw it. I don't think there's any spinning out of it. And again, I think it's a dangerous thing for our country, but I want to go back to the core, and the core of this is the country was better off when Trump was president. Whether you like everything he says or not, that's the bottom line, and that's how most Americans are going to end up voting, is who are they better off on. But I also worry about who's actually calling the shots in the White House. It's hard to believe that the man I saw on stage tonight, and look, I didn't serve with Joe Biden in the Senate, okay, but I was around when he was vice president. I even watched a video today of 4 years ago to today. I mean, it's just painfully obvious. I don't want to be cruel about it. It's just a reality. But I do worry that our adversaries will read into it that they can make decisions. And you have to ask yourself, who's actually making decisions on a daily basis in the White House? Because I don't think the person we saw tonight could be involved in the details of governing at this point from what I saw.
When it came to anything having to do with ordinary people, he reminded us that this man wants to do the only thing that he's ever done, and that's focus on people like himself. That's why he passed a tax cut that went to the richest of the rich on the backs of ordinary working class poor people, middle class people. We passed a tax cut, the largest tax cut for middle and working class people in American history. He's trying to divide us. And we've got to make sure that we stand up as a nation, stand up for the American covenant, e pluribus unum, out of many, one. And we should always be afraid of somebody who's telling us to be afraid of each other.
Yeah, I think there are probably 10 to 15% of American voters who have not made up their mind. If you were watching this debate, you're voting for Donald Trump. It's one of the greatest contrasts between two politicians I've ever seen in my life. The dominance of Donald Trump was undeniable. That's why the Joe Biden camp started putting out that he had a cult. They're looking for a way to cover the tracks before the debate was over. That is a telltale sign, undeniable.